All right, I wanted to teach you how to make fermented garlic honey. Just two simple ingredients and very little time, maybe 2 minutes. Okay, a little more than 2 minutes to peel your garlic, but I've done this fast for you, so this video will be 2 minutes. It's already peeled garlic from my garden. You could use any local garlic or a nice strong garlic, like a garlic from a market that's local to you or organic. Not something made in China that might have been bleached, might be molded, and is definitely old and lost a lot of its medicinal value. So I've got some garden garlic, and then I've got a nice pure raw honey. Your honey, you're just looking for it to be an unpasteurized honey that's local to your area. So you get the medicine of, who doesn't have to do that when it's dripping, of, I couldn't help it. The easiest thing to make, I've got a 2-to-1 ratio basically. You just want enough garlic in there so that it doesn't matter how big it is, compare the jar. Darn it, I wish I could start over, but I'm not because I already Alright, it doesn't matter how much space is in your jar. The ideal thing is to have at least a lot of space, an inch or two from the top, so that it can bubble. As it's fermenting, it'll bubble, and you want to burp it, which is just doing this once a day, and you'll actually hear the CO2 release like a pop. That wasn't a very good pop, was it? So I've got an anaerobic lid, so I don't have to burp it. You don't need this little fancy doodad, but it just makes it easy for me. I'm going to leave it on a full moon cycle or close to it. We're at the waning of the full moon now, for a month ideally. You can leave it up to 3 months to get as strong as it can. Basically, it's medicine. It's an antibiotic, antiviral, antiseptic, antiparasitic, anti-inflammatory, anti-yeast. It's a coagulant. It's a blood thinner. It helps to lower your cholesterol. It can help with regulating your circadian rhythm or your heart. So regulating your blood pressures, I guess. Yes. It can do so much. So I tend to see a lot of children in my practice as a nutritionist, and they don't want to take garlic, and that is my medicine. I grow hundreds of garlic every year because that's the antibiotic of choice for me. I've never taken an aspirin or Tylenol or any of that stuff. This just doesn't fit into my world because my garden has the medicine that I need for me, as yours might too. You can take something, and I've got a nice stone from our hot stone massages that's been very, very well washed. As well, you want everything washed very well because it's fermented. So when I was peeling the garlic, I made sure to clear it of any of its, dirt from the garden and any of the epithelial tissue on it, any of the skin even on it. And I'm going to let this sit in a dark, cool place for about a month. After that, it's candied garlic. It's delicious medicine. Every child will want it, and adults as well. It's good for an indefinite amount of time. Garlic is actually something that you could eat out of the pyramids. I think that's how this whole story started, was it happened, and it just never ages. It's a preservative. And it's also something that is a very strong antibacterial, so it can never age. So your garlic or your honey is always good. If you keep it in the fridge, it'll last longer. What happens after a month or so is that it just starts to, it has drawn out all the allicin, all the medicinal components that it's going to. And you could just eat a spoonful of that a day to keep any doctor away. Who said that? Just kidding. Well, that's just my belief system. But it's something to think about. Inexpensive medicine, takes 2 minutes to make, really. After a month, I'm going to take the doodad off and seal it properly, and then it's done the fermentation. If you're just doing this at home with a lid, I would suggest a plastic lid instead of a metal lid. And what some people might do is they turn it upside down, and that'll help to not have the garlic floating, and that's why I put the rock in there, was to keep the garlic down so that the fermentation is equally distributed and there's no mold that'll happen. Again, this was to release the CO2 if you don't have that, and you're just going to burp it once a day. I think that's it. My name's Steffi Sear. I own Inner Insights Holistic School and Spa. Like us on Facebook, Instagram. If you have any questions, leave comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah. Cheers. Have a good day.